In a small, open-air garage nestled somewhere between quiet neighborhoods and the heartbeat of a busy roadside, a team of mechanics gathers daily. Not around diagnostic monitors or electronic scan tools, but around real cars, real problems, and the kind of gritty, hands-on challenges that most modern shops might turn away from. There's no sleek flooring, no company branding, no industrial silence. Instead, the ground is layered with dust, scattered with tools, and surrounded by the clatter of everyday life. Hammers tapping, tires being rolled, and radios playing softly in the background. And right in the middle of it all is their next task. A beaten-up Mazda sedan, showing the scars of hard use and hard roads. Its frame bent, its suspension sagging, its panels twisted like crumpled paper. This garage is not a showroom of modern innovation. There are no automated lifts that rise with a button, no robotic alignment machines, no computer-guided torque wrenches. What there is, what truly matters, is raw mechanical knowledge, collected over years of trial, repetition, mistakes, and mastery. In this space, what some would call outdated is their daily toolkit. Welding torches, steel hammers, pry bars, hand drills, and muscle memory. As the video begins, the Mazda is rolled, or rather dragged, into the workspace. Its front end visibly leans to one side, a clear sign that the front suspension system has collapsed. The fender is dented inward, barely holding its shape. The wheel alignment is so off that it almost points sideways. Without hesitation, one mechanic reaches for a traditional hydraulic jack. Nothing electric, just pure manual force, and begins lifting the damaged side. Another mechanic immediately sets to work, loosening bolts, removing the wheel, and exposing the broken system beneath. Using impact wrenches, crowbars, and angle grinders, they begin taking apart what remains of the suspension. The steering knuckle is clearly bent, the control arms cracked and rusted, likely from previous temporary repairs. Each piece is laid out on the ground, not haphazardly, but with intention, to examine, compare, and decide what can be reused or must be replaced. What's most impressive here isn't the tools, it's the fluid coordination. They don't pause to check instructions or search online. There are no printed guides on the hood. These are skills passed down through generations, understood through feel, sound, and sight. But disassembly is just the beginning. Before any new part can go in, the mechanics turn to a more urgent issue. The car's inner wheel housing and frame mount are bent inward. A serious issue that would compromise steering, tire wear, and overall safety. Fixing this isn't a job for a machine. It's a job for fire, leverage, and human instinct. One worker lights up a gas torch and begins to heat the deformed area, softening the metal so it can be reshaped. Another uses a hydraulic ram and iron wedges, prying and pushing against the structure with calculated force. Every strike of the hammer, every groan of shifting metal, is guided not by measurement tools, but by decades of intuition. They're not guessing, they're restoring. Once the frame is back in place, the team prepares the replacement suspension parts. Whether brand new or carefully refurbished, they're handled with care. The control arm, hub assembly, tie rod ends, and struts are bolted in, one at a time. Torque is applied not with a digital meter, but with long wrenches and calloused hands, gauging tightness by feel, something modern tools still can't replicate. With the suspension now secure, the focus shifts to bodywork. The front fender, once dented and misaligned, is hammered gently from the inside to bring it back to shape. Edges are cleaned with a grinder. Then comes spot welding. Quick, focused bursts of molten steel to reconnect cut or separated joints. Once cooled, a flap disc smooths the surface. There's no polish, no finesse, just rugged functionality. They apply a layer of primer by hand using a spray gun. It's not showroom grade, but it protects and prepares. It's not about aesthetic perfection. It's about getting the car back on the road, safely and solidly. The final stretch is alignment. done without lasers or computers. The team uses chalk lines, plumb bobs, measuring tape, and levels. They test the toe, camber, and caster the old-fashioned way, through repetition and realignment. The result? A wheel that sits flush, straight, and ready. Finally, the Mazda is lowered back to the ground. No ceremony, no background music, just a smooth landing on all four wheels. The fender looks clean. The alignment holds. The car rolls forward, quietly, confidently. A testament to the hours of manual labor and teamwork that went into saving it. This isn't a cinematic makeover. There's no shiny wrap-up, no high-gloss detailing. But that's exactly why it's powerful. Because this is what real-world repair looks like in its truest form. A combination of resilience, know-how, and love for the machine. White heavy checkmark, closing message, and call to action. Watching these mechanics bring a broken-down Mazda back to life, using only basic tools and old-school techniques, reminds us that great results don't require modern tech, just capable hands and a determined mind. This isn't just repair work. It's craftsmanship. It's pride. It's problem-solving in its purest form. If you value this kind of traditional mechanical excellence, where skill matters more than software, then don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to see more builds, more stories, and more machines reborn from nothing. Because often, the most impressive repairs happen far from the spotlight, in places where hands do the work and heart drives the result.